All right, you guys, what's going on today? Again, talking about the DJI NEO. As many of you guys are probably aware of, there are many ways to control this drone. You can fly like I am right now using my smartphone as a controller connected to my smartphone. Obviously, you can fly it without any controller at all using either voice controls or just the onboard controls on the drone. You can fly it with the DJI standard RC controller, or you can fly it with the motion controller and Goggles 3. So many different ways to fly this drone. But if you're like me, you bought this drone by itself with the intention of using it with your smartphone. So that's what we're going to be talking about today, is really how user-friendly are the smartphone controls, what are your capabilities with the smartphone, and whether or not it's a good idea to buy this drone the way I did and use it with your smartphone. So make sure to stick around for this video to find out what I think about the DJI NEO and smartphone control. All right, first I'm going to talk about the settings for each of the QuickShot modes that you can change on the smartphone, which makes connecting and using the smartphone as your controller very useful. And then I'm going to get into the biggest part of this video, and that is actual manual flight control, using the joysticks with the smartphone, to see how user-friendly that really is. So I'm going to go, like I said, first talk about the settings you can change on your smartphone, and then go and talk about manual flight using the smartphone. All right, so this is what you get for just a standard view on the smartphone when you are flying. So right now I'm in spotlight mode. You have a voice command button. You have obviously a large stop button for when you're ready to stop the action. The drop down for spotlight is where you would change the mode, but you can't do that while it's in flight. You have your landing button here on the left, and you have some other control buttons, but this is just general what the video feed looks like and the general controls look like while you're in the air.
All right, so this is what your settings looks like when you're connected to the DJI Fly app and the DJI NEO. You're going to be able to go in and change parameters for each of the quick shots, and I'm just going through the list here in order. That's what I'm tapping, but you can change following distance, heights, orbit diameters for the circle quick shot, heights, of course, for rocket and droney. You can change following distance from, they have close, medium, or far. You can even change your custom quick shot, it calls it, so direction track, or you can choose boomerang or helix. So lots of different choices that are going to allow you to dial in the settings for whatever you use it for, and you can only change these settings with the smartphone. You cannot change them directly on the drone.
All right, so now we are in the air, and I am in manual flight mode, as you can see here on my smartphone display. The controls are, at least the way they control the drone, are very similar to what you'd find on a standard controller. Your left joystick's going to do your up and down and your rotation, and your right joystick's going to do your forward, backward, left, and right movement. So let's go ahead and get after it. Turn myself around here and kind of fly a little farther away. Part of this is going to be an analysis of the range that we can get with this thing. The manual specs 50 to 60 meters, so up to 180, 190 feet with the smartphone. We're going to see how close to that I can actually get today. But the first thing I notice is you really have to be, at least for me, you really have to be looking down at the controls to be able to use them properly. And that works out okay because you can see the live feed from the drone while you do so, so you are confident that you're not crashing. But my favorite thing about a real remote with real controls is that, with real joysticks, is that you can feel your fingers' positions on the joysticks and therefore feel which direction you're pushing them, and get a feel for, of course, you memorize which stick does what, and then you can really fly without ever looking down at the controller. This does not give you that opportunity because, like right now I'm looking up at the drone and I'm not sure if my thumb's landing right there on the joystick, and it's just really, it's hard to tell if it's going to actually register what you're doing. Like right now I thought I was pressing rotate left, but I was actually pressing down. So it's really, you really got to keep your eyes on the joystick controls itself on your smartphone screen, which is rather annoying. And maybe with more practice, I get the hang of it with, more awareness of exactly where my thumbs are with respect to the controls. But all in all, it is a smartphone. It's in our hands all the time. So it does feel comfortable in my hands. I feel fine controlling this drone. It's really not too bad, but it's really hard to do without keeping your eyes on the controls, which definitely can be annoying. As far as, response time, it's responding. I mean, I'm only about 30 feet from my drone right now, so the connection should be good, but the responses are immediate. It's very responsive. I feel very in control, and I feel like I could squeeze through some pretty tight spots. I might be able to crash right now, but I do feel like I have great control over the drone as long as I'm keeping my eyes on the joysticks. That being said, I would give this rating, give this maybe like a 6 to 7 out of 10 control wise, because it's really not bad. Just the downside of having a hard time of doing each control without looking. So it's really not bad at all. And I would say that it's definitely worth it to, only have to buy the drone and not have to spend the extra money on the controllers or even the motion controller and the goggles. So let's go ahead and move into sort of a range test. I'm going to go in a straight line away from myself, and we'll see about how far we can get and see what happens when we get out of range. Stop at the 50-foot mark. All right, that's 50 feet. Controls still quick to respond, so let's go another 50 feet. All right, we're at 100 feet away from the controller. Oop, got a little bit of a lag right there. And we're at between 100 and 120 feet. Going out to 150. Still have decent control. Still got eyes on the drone. We're going to keep going farther.
Max flight distance reached.
There we go. And I guess that's what it has set for its spec of 60 meters. So I can confirm from this test that it does live up to that. And I did get a little bit of lag within that. I'm getting lag now when I'm near the max. So I would say the max that it has spec'd is pretty accurate. So don't push the maximum that it's spec'd out of 50 to 60 meters. Don't try to push that too much, because that is the stated extent of its reach for a reason. All right, you guys, that really is it for the video. Hope this helps give you guys some insight. Wow, it went a little higher than I thought. I'm looking up at it. I really hope this video gave you guys some good insight on whether or not the DJI NEO is, worth controlling with your smartphone, worth planning on controlling it that way, and if the process is really user-friendly. And I would say it absolutely is. This drone is definitely worth buying on its own. I do believe that. And controlling with the smartphone is really, I think, as user-friendly as it could be. It's not perfect, but for what it is, it's definitely useful. And the main reason that I always use my smartphone connected to it to control the drone is so I can record audio like I am right now. If you're really looking to just get video, you don't even need your smartphone really at all. You can just use the QuickShot modes and have no controller. So this thing's very user-friendly in general, and I would give the same rating to its phone controllability. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure to leave a comment down below if you like this video and what you think about the NEO and using your smartphone to control it. But most of all, you guys, thanks for watching.